Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible.
Leave your husband. Leave your husband. Go for a really long walk.
Women truly are the ones that exemplify misery loves company. So just because you couldn't make it work with the man you chose, the man you supposedly love, you couldn't make it work with him in your marriage. You want other people to do the same, to not work on it, to not make it better, to not stick to your vows. You want them to just leave. And this is a thing where sometimes I see a lot where, and I think in women, you can't think that not everything in life should be easy. Not everything in life is easy. Things what need work, right? You are dealing with another person. They're not you. They're not a carbon copy of you. So it requires work. This is the thing where, honestly, like, I think a lot of women don't qualify for marriage. They don't qualify for marriage. And in my opinion, they don't even qualify for a relationship. A lot of women, this is why I'm a big supporter. Stay single. Please, get out of the dating market, because you can't handle being with another person, right? You can only handle being with yourself. You can't handle a separate entity, right? A different human being. It's either the person is a carbon copy of yourself, or they are a puppet for you to control. Because again, people are not you, right? They have their own mindset, they have their own way of thinking, their own feelings, everything, right? Their own autonomy. So this is the point where the dating part, right, where you vet the man, is important. You have to know if this is a man you can see. Do not expect change. Do not want change. Do not try to fix somebody. This is a person you can see that, okay, you know what? He does this, he's like that, this is how life is with him when I'm living with him and stuff like that. I see this is how he is. Can I see myself being with this exact person for the rest of my life? Right? Because this is something I think is weird with women, where they say, okay, I've been living with him for a couple years now. He doesn't cook, he doesn't clean. Right? And is that a problem to you? If it isn't, okay, then don't change that mindset when you get married. Oh my God, now that we're married, he still doesn't cook and clean. He still doesn't help with all that stuff. He never did before. But now that we're married, I expected him to change. It's like, you're ridiculous. And here's the thing, right? Disrespectful. It's like, seriously, did you not communicate it? Do you not communicate things? Do you not, like, you know what? Make someone else see how you feel. Make someone understand how you feel. It's like, this is absolutely ridiculous that women cannot grasp that, you know what? This person is not for you to change, for you to fix, right? It's not. It's for you to choose if this is the person you want to be with or not. If you feelings are hurt or you want to understand, you talk to a person. You communicate, right? Hopefully you chose a good enough person where communication is actually helpful, where they would understand, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have said it like that, because she perceived it as disrespectful. So, fix or change. It's like this. This is ridiculous. This is why, like I said, a lot of people, especially women, they should really step away from dating.
You are not his job seeker. You're not supposed to write his resume for him. You're not supposed to make a to-do list in the morning so he gets out of bed and does something. You're not his therapist, and you're not his mom. Please keep that in mind when you're dating him.
Yeah, you're not supposed to provide for her, because hell with her bills, right? Hell with paying for half of the date, or the date at all, right? You're not supposed to protect her from the world. She's strong, independent. You're not supposed to help her with children, because, that's her job. That's her duty. It's like, let's forget about being partners. Let's forget about being a helpmate. Let's forget about building together. This is the thing why older women are poisonous, right? They want to spread their bitterness, right, to other women. This is the thing where misery loves company. This is the thing where older women have terrible advice because they have lived terrible lives, right? And they want to spread that misery to others. This is honestly disgusting in my opinion, right? You're pretty much telling people to not be partners, not be helpmates, not be important in your partner's life, not contribute to your partner's life. Same about being a mother. So what? A man shouldn't provide and protect? Be a father? Like, this is like the figures. It's like nurturing, right? Loving, caring. Yeah, it's a woman. That's a woman. That's the embodiment of a woman, not just a mother. So this is absolute. Honestly, these things are disgusting. Really, it's really disgusting how you see these older women probably try to be coaches, fake coaches, shitty ass coaches trying to get money from women, right, and teach them stupid shit, right? Literally stupid shit. Because how is this helping you getting any kind of man? Honestly, this is helping you get it to be used by a man, right? Getting used by a man. This is what this kind of advice will help you with. Get you used by a man. absolutely ridiculous. And this, right? The people that will only be attracted to you are the shitty men, terrible men, players, bad boys, shit like that. Because they don't care how you act. They don't care what you say, right? As long as they get to use you, you could be as selfish as you want. These things are tiring, right? I always think that women are just a lot of women, not all women, are the root of the problems that are happening in the dating market. This right here is disgusting in my opinion. It's a sad. I think we have a no backbone doormat epidemic. We do. Because this is unbelievable. Josh, I just got married, but I'll leave my husband for you. P.S. He's right here. It's like, you know what? Whether this is a joke or not, it's not a funny joke. It's that she had no respect for her man that she just got married to. No respect. To say that you would leave him for a man you don't know? I mean, if that's funny to you, it's fine, but it's like, it shows you that you really care less about how the world views him, how society views him. Because this obviously got picked up, right? People are, now it's on the internet, all this is like, now people view your husband as that. This is the thing. Why even get married? This is the thing where, I guess it goes with the narrative that women deem that they're settling for the men they're marrying. Stop it. Stop marrying. Stop it, really. Because really, if you think that the man that loves you, that would want to be with you, is a man that you're settling for, don't marry them then. This is absolutely disgusting. This is because look at the man's face. There's no joy in that face. But definitely she's happy. I mean, I'm sorry. This man won't divorce her, even after this level of disrespect, this national level of disrespect. This is what I'm saying. Doormat, no backbone, right? He married her. He knows what he's getting into, but like, you know, he loves her, so he deal with it. You know, forget about this on next. But then this right here is indicative of how she views her husband, right? No respect towards him, right? It's like, imagine, you can imagine that kind of marriage, chaos. She'll put him down. I guarantee you, this, if it's not already, will become a sexless marriage. This right here shows you, right, the path it will lead. It will lead to a sexless marriage, a marriage where she's controlling him, a marriage where she's demanding, she's aggressive, she's combative, she's argumentative, she makes issues out of everything, arguments, chaos, whatever. This is absolutely sad. It's such a lack of, it's like, imagine that a man does that, right? And the wife is right there. It's like, why marry people you have zero respect for? Why marry someone that you would willingly leave for another man? Joke or not, it's not a funny joke. It's tactless. To be honest, I want to be sad for men like this. Yet you see it. You see the lack of respect. You see the red flags. And yet you continue to stay with it. So, what can I say, right? This man will have to go through a lot more hell for him to realize that, you know what, he needs to leave this toxicity.
He should cook. He should clean. He should provide.
You should cook, you should clean, you should provide.
Yes. He should look after the kids.
Alhamdulillah. And what are you doing?
I'm being a princess. I feel bonita.
Bonita?
Now, maybe this is a joke, but in reality, a lot of women feel like this. A lot of women believe this. They only care what they get. They don't care what they give or what their partner will get out of a relationship. They don't. They only care if they are a princess. Yet they are making the man that's making them a princess a slave. And then you think about why a lot of men are just not wanting to marry. Why a lot of men are just, they are holding up to their standards. Because even supposedly traditional women are so selfish. They are so selfish. They do not care what a man gets in return. They don't. And relationships like this, you probably even get very little loving as is. So this is the thing why I've always said that provision is a luxury that most people, average people, cannot afford. You have to and you should go 50-50 in bills, in childcare, right? Like taking care of your children, housework, everything is 50-50, right? She will have to do the yard sometimes, you do the hard yard sometimes, you wash the dishes, she can wash the dishes. It has to be 50-50 because again, A lot of times people are making relationships very, very one-sided. And it's destroying relationships. I've never agreed to like a man fully providing and then neglecting his kids or helping out his partner. That's why I say let's take out that supposed provision. Don't provide. I mean, contribute, right? Take out provision, contribute. You both contribute. So no, she's not angry that she's a housewife and she has nothing to her name. Contribute. You work, I work. We both chip in, paying the rent, all that stuff. I think that's perfect for average people. But the main thing is that this clip is it's a very a great example of women's mentality nowadays. It's absolutely selfish, right? We have so many women that it's just like, let me get the bag and have him do all, and then you wonder why men would cheat, right? The mistreatment, the selfishness, the no care for him, and you wonder why. I'm not condoning cheating, right? But you wonder why your partner acts the way they do. There's absolutely no care for your partner, just you, right? You want to be a princess. He needs to do everything. While what do you do? Just give birth to kids of his. But yet, you control how your kids are raised. You have the final say on what goes on with your kids. Yeah, these things just a lot of men are seeing this selfishness. They're tired of it.
Processing the most triggering breakup I've had in 9 years.
Wait, so my entire family just died in a plane crash? No, sorry, I just don't really know what to say. Could I actually call you back later?
So why I showed those clips was they're mad funny. Those were mad funny clips. But I just thought it was funny in another sense where things like that were the original clips, right? That they are making fun of is that women purely use social media for validation, to support their delusions, to prop themselves up, right? This is how they get like, oh, he doesn't deserve you, you're a 10, you're perfect, he's garbage, all these validations, okay? But what makes it really, in my opinion, more funny is that I recently saw like a flip side of a man doing it, right? Sitting on the camera, crying, or just spewing his worries, right? Spewing his difficulties. And then in his comment section is just women and some men just berating him, saying, oh, your baby, or get over it, or oh, just saying things that like, okay, that doesn't seem supportive, right? Like, oh, you probably weren't that good enough for her, choose better, all these things. And it's like, oh, okay, when it comes to women, and they say that it's fake, which probably is, right? These videos are probably most likely fakes, right? Just to get your sympathy or your views and whatever. But yet, for women, they would give them support, right? They would give them validation, right? They would feel the sympathies, the empathies. For a man on the flip side, that's when you're brutal. That's when you're blunt. That's when you don't hold back. That's when you don't care how he feels about the things you say to him. And I just thought it's interesting. It's the reality of men, right? That men need to, be a man, right? Not be emotional. All these things, right? And yet for women, it's like a soft touch. But yet, aren't women supposed to be strong, independent women that don't need no man? Soft touches, like be nice, sympathetic, right? But men, it's fine to be harsh. I think it's ridiculous.
So, told my girl to book our flights. Here she is in first class. Here I am going to the back. 20, 25, 27, 30, 32. 32F. Here we are. Thank you so much. At least it's a window seat. You know what I'm saying?
If we assume that she used his money to book their flight, the audacity that she will book her flight with his money, if that's the assumption, for first class while booking him in economy or whatever, is amazing, crazy. Now, if we don't, let's say, fine. If we don't assume that she used his money, the lack of love where she will book her seat far away from him is amazing to me. Again, like I said, if we assume that, fine, she didn't use his money or she used their money like a joint account, but to think that she would book their seat apart is insane to me. So those are the two. I mean, the first one is probably an assumption, right? If she used his money to book herself a first class seat while him all in the back, the audacity, right? The audacity to do something like that. But fine, if she didn't use his money, the insanity, the lack of love to book his seat far away from her is also crazy. How's seriously, like, how's that even love? Where your partner will book separate seats. That is absolutely crazy. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I was like, that's it. That's how, where, I don't know how you can see that there's love in that. I don't know how you can see that there's love in that, because did she not think that, okay, this is cool, where I'm sitting in a nicer seat or in a nicer area while I booked my man to sit in a worse seat farther away from me, much farther away from me. And again, it will be so much worse that she used his money. If that assumption is true, that will be so much worse. I think that'll be over for me.